Welcome back as we look at the electoral map that right now Donald Trump has 248 and to Harris's 214. We are following the Associated Press tonight, so this is where it stands. Of course, the magic number is 270. Pennsylvania is now polling for Trump. AP has not called that yet, but he is up there. He's also up in Wisconsin, and he's also up in Michigan. If he does pull one of those, then, of course, this race, especially Pennsylvania, which has 19 electoral votes, the race will be over.
As we take a live look at the Trump headquarters in Florida, a celebration there is underway. They are watching the Fox News Channel coverage. That's what's on all their TVs. And Fox News Channel has called that Trump will be the next president of the United States. They say that he will win Pennsylvania and win Wisconsin. And because of that, they all there believe that Trump will be the next president of the United States. He is expected to speak at any time. He could be walking out at any moment. We see many of his supporters in the crowd. You think about, Christine, the remarkable political comeback for Donald John Trump. You think about January 6th, and after that, how many members of his party came out against him, how he was impeached, he was almost convicted, which would have meant that he could never run for anything again, how he's faced 4 different major indictments, and yet Donald Trump, instead of potentially being behind bars, will likely be returning to the presidency for a second time with a Republican Senate and with a Supreme Court that has given him wide powers in terms of immunity. It is one of the greatest political comebacks in the history of the country, and he comes in potentially to the White House with an extraordinary amount of power.
I'm looking at one of those hats there that said "Make America Great Again." That was his campaign slogan. And what stands out to me is we thought with these battleground states that the numbers might continue into the night, perhaps even days, where they'd be so close in these swing states, we would not know the results of the election tonight. And Marla, as we watch this here, as we watch these numbers come in, we may have some clearer numbers and a clearer picture by the end of the night.
Yes, and we're looking at specifically Pennsylvania with 94% of those votes counted there. Trump holds a lead of 51 to 48%. We think about Pennsylvania, we think about the assassination attempt, the first assassination attempt on the president, Trump, in July the 13th, and it looks like Pennsylvania will, in fact, go to Donald Trump. In the crowd, we've seen RFK. He is there, and the actor Jon Voight. That's no surprise. We know that he's been a longtime supporter as we're now scanning the room, and we're seeing people with their phones out waiting for Donald Trump to take the stage. You mentioned "Make America Great Again." There's now the slogan of "Make America Healthy Again." That is in a nod to RFK, because Trump says if he does win, which in fact all signs point to, in fact, a victorious night for him, that he will appoint RFK to his cabinet and give him widespread power within his administration.
It is now after 11 o'clock. This is usually the time of night when Marla Tejas says good night LA to everybody. Tonight the whole team is a part of our special coverage. We've got reporters across Southern California, but the big story at this moment is that presidential race. And so we do expect to hear from Donald Trump soon. When he does speak to the country, we will bring that to you live. We will all witness history together.
And this could have been history either way. If the nation had elected Kamala Harris, she would have been the first woman president. We are still waiting to hear final results, so let's see how that plays out throughout the night. But
it'll be the first time since Grover Cleveland where you have a president elected, leaving office, and then coming back for a second time. Let's talk about where Chelsea Edwards is at a party in Newport Beach, which is where Scott Baugh has been tonight, but it also is the California GOP party. And Chelsea, I imagine the drinks are flowing and people are probably in a very good mood right now.
You know, it was last call just a little while ago, but yeah, if people don't seem to be leaving. So everybody here is watching Fox News Channel's coverage, and they, of course, have called this race in favor of Donald Trump. And so people here just started erupting and cheering, clapping. There was lots of chanting. And I'm here with one supporter. Tell me how you felt in that moment when Fox News called